What's happening? Adam Ryan FIFA here, and I'm back again with another video. This video is going to be my controller settings and also what camera I play on. Since my video on my custom tactics that got me 530 no's, I've had a lot of DMs on Twitter and also in the comment section asking for my camera settings and also my controller settings, so I thought today I'll bring that video. Since that video's got over 40,000 views now and about 650 likes, which was just incredible. I didn't expect that amount of support, so something similar to that again would be ideal. So first of all, we're going to go into the camera settings. They're different, to be honest. A lot of the things you'll see in this video is different compared to some other pros. Most pros like to use telebroadcast. That's like what basically everyone uses. A few on default, so a couple on classic, but I use co-op. I know a few other pros use co-op as well, like Yumi HD, a few other ones but I can't remember off the top of my head, but yeah, co-op is really good, especially if you're a possession player. In FIFA 18 I was a possession player, so I'm really used to it now, and I just use the default settings. And this is probably the camera angle that puts you furthest away from the pitch. I'll put a screenshot now of what it looks like in the game. So like, it's really ideal because you can see the whole pitch, any passing lanes, what your opponent's trying to do. You can see if he's manually triggering runs up the pitch and stuff like that. You can always like switch the play, make sure you're in control. Whereas if you're using like telebroadcast or something, you're really zoomed in, but it's good for skill moves. But people say I can't use co-op because I can't do skill moves because I'm too far away and I can't see like how tight the angles is around the box. I've gotten used to it. You'll definitely get used to it, and I think if you can learn this camera, you'll benefit a lot from it. But yeah, I said if the alternative would be telebroadcast, and if default doesn't feel right for you, you can simply just go custom and change it to whatever you want. But I think the default's the best way to go with this. And pro clubs, you've probably seen I like playing competitive pro clubs with JCC. You probably know him. A few other players: Rodinho, Johnny, Hubiga, Kells, Kutsi. I like to use telebroadcast, and that's because in pro clubs I'm only controlling one player, so it is ideal to be able to do those skills on the wing and things like that that you need to do in 11 man in order to score goals. So that's my camera settings. It is different, as I said. Now we're going to go into the controller settings. I've got a couple of things on this that is completely different. I don't know many other people that use it, but I think if you can learn it, you will benefit a lot from it. I think in the FIFA community, people are like scared to make changes that would benefit themselves. Like, for example, if like the first time finesse meta, for example, one person found that and everybody just copies each other. That's the way it works. And I think sometimes taking a risk and trying out stuff that not many other people do could benefit you. And I think that's what I did here with a couple of the settings. So, starting off with time finishing, it's got to be on. Like, it has got to be on. At the start of the year, you could probably have got away with it. Like, just I know people like Taz, for example. They have so much faith in their original playstyle. They was reluctant to even turn it on, but now he knows that it just has to be turned on. That's just the way it is, really. Green timed shots make a big difference, and it's got to be done. If you can practice your time finishing, it's really easy. You can just go into skill games or the arena and practice, and you'll definitely score more goals, because when you get used to it, it just becomes muscle memory, and you should be able to green pretty much everything. And then second defender switch icon, this is really just personal preference. It won't make you a better or worse player, it's just what you prefer. So this year they added in like a second icon, so you can also see if you're holding R1, for example, like what player's applying pressure on the ball. But some people get confused and like get the cursors mixed up, so if that's you, then you can easily turn it off, but it makes no difference to me really, so I just left it on. Pass block assistance, if you turn this off, then you're putting yourself at a major disadvantage, because we all know this, the AI in this game is so overpowered, and pass assistance is the AI control players will attempt to intercept a pass automatically when the ball is close by, which basically means your AI is going to do everything for you near the ball, just put this setting on. So if you turn this off, then your AI controlled players don't attempt to intercept the ball when it's close by. Instead, they'll stay in position and manually need to launch a block or a tackle. That's not ideal, is it? That's just... this is the way it should be, but in this game, you've got no chance of playing like that. Like, you're just wasting your time. You're going to concede 5 goals a match, maybe more, no matter what standard of defending you are. You just need the AI in this game, it's as simple as that. Auto switching, I use air balls. We only switch for you when the ball's in the air, basically, otherwise you're on your own. You can have the game switch for you. This is probably ideal if you're maybe a casual player and you don't like want to compete at high level, like FUT Champions or whatever. And basically means you don't need to left stick switch or that, or even press L1, the game will do it for you. I don't recommend this because it's always better to be in control rather than relying on what the game's doing. Especially like when you're defending, it's important to switch a lot, especially with the left stick, but not many people would use that. I really encourage anyone who is watching to use the left stick because it really helps a lot, and you can switch to any player you want just by pointing at them. That means you have a lot more control in defence, and even in attack it's easier if you trigger runs. You trigger a run so you can send a player to go long by pressing L1. Most players probably know that you can do that, like when you're passing the ball to make the player run, but you can actually do it off the ball as well. I only learned this a couple of weeks ago and it's made a massive difference in my game. So for example, if I've got Hullet and CDM, I'll pass the ball to Neymar and then tap L1 up the way, and then my striker, which is Mbappe, would make a run in behind. So I could simply just chip the ball over the top then, or play it back to Hullet and confuse the opponent and then send it over the top. It's really helpful. Auto switch and move assistance, this is where I'm different. Most pro players would pick none, which means the game is not going to like move the player for you at any point, so you're always in control. It sounds right, it sounds the best way to be, but in my opinion it's not. You could also use low, which means it'll do it a tiny bit, but I don't use that. I use high. I know it's a weird one, but this game's so AI orientated, so if I'm using high and I'm wanting to press the ball holder, I can simply run him up to like 3 or 4 yards away and then just keep switching, and then he'll keep pressing forward, which means I can switch more and like close passing lanes better. I think it helps your pressing game a lot. I know the player who's second in the world on the PS4, Maestro, actually uses this. He's the only person that I know who does use it, and look at the results he's getting. It is really effective this year, and I encourage anyone to try it and let me know in the comments if it works for you, because I think this could help a lot of people improve their results in the weekend league. Pass assistance, it's just got to be assisted. There's no point turning that off. A good friend of mine, you might know him, Stallion Sama on Twitter. He's an EA game changer. He really wants passing to be fixed. He claims it's too assisted. It's hard to disagree with him. So putting this on manual would just be a really big disadvantage for you. Through ball assistance, again, too assisted. Just no point taking it off. Shot assistance, you'd never want to put this manual. I mean, on this game, if you aim the shot in the bottom corner when it's assisted, it still doesn't go there. Imagine what's going to happen when it's manual. It'll probably hit the corner flag. Cross assistance, this is up to personal preference, but you can have assisted, so you don't need to do anything. You can just tap the button and it'll attempt to go to the player, which isn't ideal. Or you can have it manual. I don't recommend manual, I recommend semi. It's a bit of both. Semi gives you enough control, all you need in this game, so I'd use that. Then low pass assistance, this, I don't think many people use manual on this, but I do. Assisted, so it'll be assisted so it's played towards a teammate, but if you're using manual, then you have to control the power, the direction. It's just much more effective and it gives you much more control. It takes a bit of getting used to. I've been doing that since FIFA 18, but when you do get used to it, it makes a massive difference in your game, and it is an advantage, as I said, with chip through balls over the top, or even just a simple ball down the line, switch of the play. It really is effective, and I would use it. And then save assistance, obviously you're not controlling the goalkeeper at any point unless you're Spider-Man with a right stick, so you don't need to touch that. And then analog sprint, that's just personal preference again, so if it's off, you put the button down and he goes full power, like if you put it down the tiniest little bit. But if it's on and you put it down a tiny bit, then you'll do a like jog, and then you have to push the button down the whole way to keep going, and then defending, you can't change that. You can't change this on Ultimate Team or anything like that, so there's no point in using legacy defending, and it puts you at a disadvantage anyway, so obviously you can't be changing that. And then my controller, like, settings, obviously you've got alternate, which is pest controls, 2 button, 1 button. Why don't you try 1 button in the weekend league and see how far you get? But yeah, so I don't change this, there's no need. Don't manually change any buttons. If I wanted to, I could do that, and then it just becomes a custom setting, but there's no need to do that, so I just leave it the way it is. And now I've changed it to custom, which isn't ideal. But yeah, so, and then obviously if you do want to do a custom one, you can just save it here, but I don't want to do that, so I'm just going to discard my changes. So yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this video. It's quite a short one once again, but I know my custom tactics one, it was short and it benefited a lot of people, so I hope this one can do the same. Just post in the comments if you have any feedback with this or need any help. I'll reply to them all, and you can also DM me on Twitter at AdamRoundFIFA. I can help out there as well. So once again, thank you for watching. I'll probably have another video up soon. As always, any likes and subs is massively appreciated. The growth on the channel has been amazing. I think I went from like 100 subscribers from that last video to 550 or something like that. I'm hoping to keep pushing on and get to 1,000 subscribers as quick as possible, so thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.